Hello everyone, this is HammerTron here with a new action figure review for you. This time I am reviewing the Marvel Legends Gamerverse Spider-Man action figure in his Spider Armor Mark III. This is part of the Demogoblin Build-A-Figure wave. This came out in early 2020. I bought it in the store in 2020. And here it is in a very nice window box where we can see the action figure and the accessories and the Build-A-Figure piece. I prefer the window boxes. In fact, I don't think I'll bother with anything that's not in a window box. So here is the front of the package. Here is the top of the package. There is the bottom. Here is one side of the package. And the other side of the package. Here is the back. It has a little mini biography in English and some other languages, a picture of the action figure, a picture of the Build-A-Figure, the other action figures in this wave. I have already reviewed this one. I'm reviewing this one now. These will come up pretty soon. And here's some manufacturing information. So I will open this up and review the action figure in just a moment. Here is Spider-Man in his Spider Armor Mark III, and this action figure comes with only one accessory aside from the Build-A-Figure piece, and it's a piece of webbing here, and this piece of webbing is meant to go over the head or face of an action figure. So looks alright. It doesn't stick very tightly, so it's alright. And Spider-Man in his Spider Armor Mark III. Let's see how tall this action figure is. Looks like right about 6 inches tall, or just a little bit more. Maybe just a little more than 15 centimeters tall. And it's a nice looking suit. Looks very shiny. Especially on the head, very shiny there. And some shoulder pads here. Some nice reds, some blues, maybe some blacks. Lots of sculpting. This part here is especially shiny on the belly, so that's interesting. And I wonder if this is reusing some other parts and then they've added a few pieces on top of it, because here the pinhole is covered on this forearm piece, but we can see it on the inside here. And then this piece here around the crotch and the belt piece, I think it's an extra piece that's glued on. Now maybe these are new sculpted parts here, unless they're being used on some other action figure, and I'm not sure about that. Some nice sculpting on the legs here, and then some boots. We have peg holes on the heels there. Very shiny plastic there. Some nice sculpting detail on the back here. This part feels like an extra piece, but I think it's glued to the back here, so I'm not going to tug on it too much. Lots of details on the back. I think this is an extra piece here that's glued onto the back. So I think these shoulder pads are glued onto the shoulder joint. So lots of painting detail, lots of sculpting detail. So they put a lot of work into this. Looks nice. Let's take a look at the articulation here. So we can look up maybe just a little bit. Look down just a little bit, so not very much. Turn side to side. A little bit of tilting. The shoulder joints don't have butterfly joints, but there's a little bit of shifting on each side. We can go up this far on this side. This side, I have not been able to get it to really go up. I don't want to tug too much I don't want to break anything here, but I really can't get it up more than that. It's just one little click. This one is working better. And bicep cuts here, so that's working. We have double jointed elbows. There we go, those look nice. And the wrists, we can turn and they hinge up and down. So that's good. And then a diaphragm cut. We can bend back a little bit, crunch forward a bit more, so that's pretty good. There's a waist cut. That's working. And we can do the splits, so that's pretty good. And kick forward, not too bad. And then kick back just a little bit, so not too bad there. We have upper thigh cuts, that's working. Very good. And double jointed knees. There we go. It's pretty good. A bit stiff, but I hope they don't loosen up too much. There we go. Now there's no boot cut here, and the ankles go down just a little bit, not very much. And go up, they go up a bit more. And there's ankle pivot. So I'd say most of the joints are working pretty well. Could be that they are limited in range, so the ankle joints might be perfectly fine, they're just a little limited. The one joint that I think has a problem is this shoulder joint here, where it just doesn't want to move. But other than that, I think all the other joints are working pretty nicely on this Spider Armor Mark III action figure. Here is Spider-Man next to a pair of 4-inch action figures. On the left is a 4-inch Fortnite action figure Jonesy by Jazzwares, and on the right is a 4-inch action figure from an Animal Planet set. Here is Spider-Man next to a pair of 6-inch action figures. On the left is a Marvel Legends Mr. Fantastic, and on the right is a Power Rangers Lightning Collection Mighty Morphin White Ranger. Both of them are made by Hasbro. It looks like both of those are just a little bit taller than the Spider-Man action figure. Here is Spider-Man next to a 6-inch action figure Fortnite Legendary Series Havoc by Jazzware on the left, and on the right is a 7-inch Masters of the Universe Masterverse He-Man action figure by Mattel. The HammerTron Sledgehammer rating for Spider-Man in the Spider Armor Mark III is not very good. Although most of the joints are working very nicely, except for the shoulder joint here where I think it's too limited. It does look like a nice action figure. Most of the joints are working. I'm just annoyed about the articulation not working as well as it could have, especially on Spider-Man, because Spider-Man is a very flexible character. So I don't particularly care for this version. It looks neat, but it's not my favorite version of Spider-Man's outfit. It's not even a version I'm familiar with. So I still want better articulation, or articulation that at least works properly throughout the action figure. That's why I'm giving this a lower rating. So thank you for watching my review video. Remember to like the video, leave a comment, and subscribe to my channel to keep up to date with my future reviews. I'll see you next time. Goodbye, everyone.